absolutely love Cam. I love Cam's unique vision and voice in what Cam does for the entire Bay Area. And I'm really glad that we can offer this free CAAMFEST experience here at the San Francisco Main Library. Let me welcome Cayenne from Cam.
Thanks, Alejandro, and welcome. My name is Cayenne Tam. I'm from CAM, and it's my distinct pleasure to welcome you to CAAMFEST 36 and this evening's program for Power and Unity. So you are all in for a treat. We'll see 3 shorts showing how community can be really effective in action. And then we also have special guests tonight. So we have the filmmakers, we have the folks who are featured in the shorts. So please stick around for Q&A at the end. Thank you so much. Bring up the filmmakers and featured artists in the 3 shorts. So first up is for Chinatown, director Chet, Canlas, and a featured artist Tony Robles. Please come on up. And for the second short, Liminal Space Crossings, Chihiro Wimbush, director, and the featured artist Summer Mei-Ling Lee. Please come on up. And last but not least, Power and Unity, director James Q. Chan, and the president of CTA, Mr. Wing Ho Leong. Please come on up. And Rita Lui from Chinatown CDC will translate. So as folks are still coming up on stage, I wanted to throw out the first question before we open it up to the audience. For the filmmakers, if you can tell us sort of what you learned from this process, and in particular, because some of these works are commissioned works, if there was, sort of how you balance your artistic vision with the needs of the organization, perhaps. And then for the featured artists and folks who are in the documentaries, if you could tell us what your experience was like in the film, what you learned from it.
咁咧，我先翻譯下第一條問題。咁第一條問題咧就係俾所有嘅製片人嘅，就係話 佢喺拍攝嘅過程中咧學咗啲咩啦，同埋喺佢哋一個藝術嘅角度嚟講咧，又點樣去拍呢啲嘢咧咁樣。
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. My name is James Chan and I am the director of Unity and Power. And the Unity and Power came into being with an incredible organization called Chinatown Community Development Center. And Reverend Norman Fong is here. And so they approached me along with CTA staff about making this incredible documentary about these human pillars in our community. And CTA, it was an honor, and I met them. I came to the first Wednesday meeting. Every week they have a Wednesday meeting, and they kick it off with live karaoke every single meeting. And I immediately said, yes, absolutely.
咁我翻譯一下先啦。咁陳導演咧就係我哋住客會逆風無畏嘅導演嚟㗎啦。咁咧一開頭咧就係我哋華協中心嘅職員啦，方小龍師啦，去揾佢幫手拍呢個紀錄片嘅。咁佢第一次見我哋咧就係星期三嘅互助組。咁第一次見我哋咧就係朝頭早我哋喺度唱 K 㗎嚇。咁所以咧佢一見到我哋唱 K 咁生動咧，佢就即刻應承我哋咧去拍呢個紀錄片啦。
What's the question first? It's for these. Oh, for Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. So it's individual.
咁咧有一個問題問梁生嘅咧，就係佢喺整個電影嘅製作過程咧，你學咗啲乜嘢？
使我咧艱口地為社區服務，艱口地為會員服務，將我哋一生嘅精力，將我哋一生嘅經驗，將我哋嘅做人嘅，要把歡樂、溫暖同埋傳遞落去，一年一年好過一年，為我哋廣大租客為弱勢社群艱口地服務。
Work harder for the community, work harder for our members, and use all my whole life experience to serve the community and bring happiness, warmness along the way.
So I'm Chihiro Wimbush, director of Liminal Space, and with my production partner Jim Choi, who he couldn't be here tonight. He's filming a new project in Korea. But Jim and I, we have a really long relationship with China's Culture Center, who put this together. Actually, our first documentary 10 years ago was also documenting an artist creating an installation in that same space, Bailey Liu, and Red Thread. And so this is like our third time partnering with Abby Chen, who's like the longtime on-again, off-again curator there. And so in a way, it was kind of like coming home for us, because it's where we really first got started. And so it's like the same space, but like a whole new, just obviously a whole new dimension of work. Well, one, it's being outside in an alley, and also working with a new artist. But it was just like a real, it was both like kind of like a full circle closing for us, and just an opportunity to work, with someone who first kind of gave us our first break. So it was really special for us.
I just wanted to say it was great. It was the first time being involved in a documentary film project, and Chihiro and Jim were wonderful to work with, and I saw them as collaborators, which an artist always needs more of. And a special thanks to the Chinese Culture Center, who provided me with this incredible opportunity to make an artwork in Chinatown with the community, and give me a lot of freedom to express what I felt was the most useful for that particular site. So a big thank you to them.
My name is Caroline Kavating. I'm the producer of Chinatown. Chet, Canlas, the director, couldn't be here, believe it or not, because he's taking his final in cinema studies tonight. So, I think that Well, our story is that basically, we want to thank CAM for this as well, is that we were a part of a contest that during the Autumn Moon Festival, a film team of no more than 5 people were allowed in only 2 hours to create a film, to shoot it, edit it, and deliver it, to be judged in 2 hours using only a mobile device about Chinatown. And so what we learned from that experience was that when it's a story and a place that you have been living and breathing and you love, and perhaps even for generations, it's actually a very easy, it's surprisingly easy story to tell. Tony and I, our families go back in Chinatown since the 1930s, and we actually hold down the legacy of the International Hotel because we actually are the team that was put together was the International Hotel Manila Town Center. So we live there, we work there, we hold down the legacy. Our family and community's talk story is permeated in that space. So what we came up with was, in our own words and in the music that is generated from our center, and using the people that are from the center, let's create a visual poem. So that's basically what our Chinatown story was.
I think Caroline put it nicely. Shoot, edit, deliver. You know, you got to hustle. You know, you got to make some decisions because you don't have a lot of time to mess around. So in that way, it's a lot like our movement. Be able to strategize, be able to switch gears, to be creative on the fly, right? And to do it with a lot of heart and a lot of soul. Kind of like a rhythm and blues Norman Fong groove on film, if you will. But I was very honored to be a part of this. Again, you know, you have to do it shoot it on a handheld device, edit it, and deliver it within 2 hours. So to be able to do that, to get into the landscape, not only the physical landscape, but the spiritual landscape, and you know, seeing these films, I just got to give it up to, just as a side, seeing Mrs. Lee on that screen is just, it really touches you, and I'm just honored to be here with everybody on the stage.
Thank you. Because we're short on time, we don't have as much time for questions from the audience, but we do want to ask if anyone has a question right now. We do have time for one question, please.
Chihiro, Wimbush's father. He's our oceanographer. I'm absolutely fascinated by this. Beautiful.
Sorry, just...
Yeah, we're going to have this question first. Chihiro's father, please continue.
I'm an oceanographer, and I was fascinated by those beautiful ocean images in that film, and wondered where they came from and what the places where they were taken from.
Literally just right outside where I live, the Pacific Ocean in the Bay Area, and I think it's underscored a lot in the film, but it really was, it's hard to really, this whole night is about unity, and I was thinking that the ocean is one of those basic things that united all the immigrants that came over, and I sometimes look out at the Pacific and think, my grandmother came on that, and she spent 30 days, but that it's such a passage, and that we live on it, and so it's an ongoing motif. And so, yeah, it's literally still there, and the Pacific Ocean that we all share still. So, thank you.
Maybe one more question, please.
Yeah, I live in a senior disabled building, and I want to know, a lot of the seniors, for different nationalities, can't get to the library like I can. So can they come to see can they book the movie on the computer?
Like, would we show this film again?
Yeah, that's what
I think it's for you, James.
So I think
So they may not have decided yet what the future screenings are, but do you have
since the film was commissioned by Chinatown CDC, they have plans to roll that out. And so if you go to ChinatownCDC.org. Is that right, Norman? Yep. There'll be more information about our film there, and I can let Chihiro and Tony speak about
If I just say just something really, really quick. Yeah. For those that don't have internet access, right? There has to be a way to communicate.
Yeah.
And to the sister in the back, that's a really, really good point because there's probably a lot of people that would love to see this movie, just weren't able to, for whatever reason, make it here tonight.
I got it. Sorry, I didn't understand your question.
Thank you.
So I want to thank the filmmakers and the featured stars in these documentaries. Please give them a round of applause. And I also wanted to acknowledge that there are a lot of CTA members in the audience right now, so please stand.
Oh my. Wow, there's a lot.
Thank you for your advocacy. And as James mentioned, Norman Fong, the Executive Director of Chinatown CDC, is here tonight, so if you have more questions about this documentary, you can also ask him later. I want to thank the San Francisco Public Library. Thank you so much for hosting us tonight, as well as thank you so much for coming tonight. And if you have more questions for any of the filmmakers or the featured artists, please stay behind. We just have to exit this theater. Thank you so much.